again, it's time to go through the VVardenfell, whatever it's called, the journey. Time to enter Vivek's palace. I like that name, Vivek. I really like names that have a V in them. But of course I would, because after all, my name has a V in it. I'm used to playing the game, like this. Yeah, with keyboard, mouse, and stuff like that. Okay, this is really simple. I'm just gonna walk up this way tall flight of stairs. Wow. In real life, that
Praise Vivek!
Wow. And there's Vivek, the living
This is the
god.
person who helped me at the tomb, my lord.
Lord Vivek, we don't need the help of this outlander.
Oh hush, Archcanon Tarvis. Outlanders have their usefulness, and this one intrigues me.
Is that
As you say,
guy?
I'll be in my office if you need me.
Step forward, friend of Levoul, and let us speak. Canon Levoul says you helped him in his mission. As I have written, the one who helps my ally becomes my friend. Despite the Archcanon's concerns, I greet you with sincerity and pose a simple question. Will you assist us further, Outlander?
What kind of help do you need, Lord Vivek?
I have ordinators and armigers at my disposal. Vast armies of followers and dedicated priests. What I don't have, however, is a fresh perspective. Will you set aside your personal goals for a time and become the eyes and ears of a god?
Of course, Lord Vivek. I can provide fresh perspective.
Good. I need assistance to investigate a strange phenomenon that the Ancestor confirmed may indeed be a problem. We'll start with a simple divination ritual. Archcanon Tarvis can tell you what we need to delve into this mystery. The Daedric Prince. I suppose the same events that concern me might interest Azura, though she could just as easily be the source of these troubles. Red Mountain, strange Daedra, and then there's... well, we'll talk more about that when you return.
Sure thing. Why is he only wearing a loincloth? Sometimes the attire that some fantasy people have can be very unusual. And I really have to say, these designs are phenomenal. Look at these textures and the design of this staircase. It's incredible. And look out there in the distance. This environment is enormous. If only I can make environments like... What is that? Is that suspended up in the air? That is odd. Vivek must use his powers to keep that rock suspended. Here we go. The Archcanon's office. Oh, that's a cool looking guitar.
Ah, Outlander. Lord Vivek trusts too much to put his faith in one such as you, but who am I to question my god? I suppose he sent you to me so I could put you to work? Did he say which task he wants us to accomplish first?
Yeah.
Ah, yes. We do need to perform a ritual to reveal the nature of the phenomenon that vexes Lord Vivec. Now listen closely. I hate to repeat myself.
I'm listening.
Despite my objections, Vivec believes you were sent to help, so I'll do my best to assist you. Go to the ziggurat that's still under construction and tell the Overseer that Lord Vivec requires the Blessing Stone. Then bring it to me in the palace.
Get the blessing.
You receive a simple errand in the service of Lord Vivec, and countless questions form unbidden in your mind. Very well. Go ahead. Ask your questions. It's not like I'm the busy arch-canon of a living god or anything. Ah, the ignorance of Outlanders. How refreshing.
You jerk.
The Blessing Stones serve as repositories for small amounts of Lord Vivec's power. They allow his favor to permeate sanctified locations. We need such a stone to power the divination ritual. If you haven't guessed yet, the phenomenon interferes with Lord Vivec's power in unusual ways. It will be safer for everyone if I perform the ritual by using the Blessing Stone instead of drawing on my Lord's personal store of energy. Even if I told you, you wouldn't comprehend it. Lord Vivec's senses eclipse those of mere mortals. Suffice it to say, he feels a disturbance in the flow of energy throughout Vardenfell. He seeks to discover the source of that disturbance.
Vardenfell. Okay, Vardenfell. Okay, I got it. I gotta keep that in mind. This place is called Vardenfell. I have to remember that.
This work isn't going to do itself.
Talk to the Overseer. How do I get in here? Overseer, right here.
This project has been nothing but one disaster after another. How am I expected to get this ziggurat built on time when things constantly go wrong? Don't mind me. I'm just having one of those days. Our blessing stone? Do you know what happens if we give up our blessing stone? Well, neither do I. But I'm sure it won't put us back on schedule or end our string of disasters. I'm not one to disagree with the Archcanon, but that's a terrible idea. Lord Vivec? Well, why didn't you say so? But I'll need your help before I can turn over the Blessing Stone. The passage that leads to the consecration chamber collapsed, trapping some of my workers. If you can clear the way, you can borrow the stone.
It's a deal.
I appreciate the help. Just remember that you're only borrowing the stone. It needs to be back in the consecration chamber before the next shift, or we'll never get this ziggurat constructed in time.
What in the world is a ziggurat?
Thank you. I'll go tell the Overseer what you did for me.
How do I get over there? under there. Oh, thanks for saving me. See, the thing is about fantasy worlds, there always seems to be some kind of trouble afoot. But maybe it really is worth it to be in a world full of magic. Because a world of magic is truly fantasizing. At least in my thoughts. One thing that does kind of bug me about fantasy worlds, no modern technology. That's kind of a bother. You don't have the basic necessities that we of the modern world have today. Things can get kind of complicated in many ways. Now, how do I get up there? Come on. Hold on. I'll pause this until I get up there. Okay, I made it up. Here we go. The blessing stone. Now to get back to the arch cannon. Arch cannon. That's a rather strange name for whatever the world he's supposed to be. That's another thing. There are very strange titles and words for those in the fantasy world, but they always have a tendency to sound just right. Look at this. Isn't that incredible? Can you believe that? Wow. I'd never be able to make an environment like this all on my own. Never. Unbelievable. The stairs again. These stairs are crazy. They're like the stairs of the Jade Palace from Kung Fu Panda.
Freeze, Vivek!
Here we go.
The Outlander returns. I understand there was trouble at the construction site, but you were able to save a few of the workers. Lord Vivek always draws the straightest arrow from the quiver. Praise the tribunal. Did you bring the blessing stone?
Yes. Time to start the divination ritual.
Hear the words of the warrior poet, and reveal the source of Lord Vivek's distress.
Wow.
An Ashlander? A clockwork mage? A Daedric cultist?
What in the world? Wow.
Something interfered with the ritual, my lord. But we may have learned something. Excuse me while I compare the results to our previous research.
Hello, Vivek.
Between the cryptic warnings of the ancestor spirit and the unexpected result of the divination ritual, I fear there may be more astir than I imagined. We solved the greatest mysteries by accident, I suspect. I should write that down.
Yeah.
We learn from every action we take. Failure or success, each result teaches us something, at least in the larger sense. To be more specific, no, not as much as I hoped. Images that suggest avenues to investigate, riddles to solve. Let me tell you a secret, Outlander. It concerns a living god, an energy that fades like daylight as dusk spreads across the land.
I don't understand.
Listen well, and speak not a word. My divine energy, it drains away. Whether from illness or foul malady, I know not. You must travel the land and seek answers on my behalf. But first, gratitude before service, as I have written. So thank you. The ritual confirmed my worst fears. Divine energy flows out of me for no reason that I can discern. I felt the power imbued within my blessing stone get wrenched away as soon as you added it to the ritual. I couldn't stop it. To quote my own words as the warrior poet, no lock exists that the determined thief cannot open. Follow the trail of my missing energy, and try to discover the identity of the enemy Lavul's ancestor warned us about.
Okay.
Something drains my energy. Find Archcanon Tarbus in his office, and ask if he gleaned anything useful from the ritual. If not, I know his earlier research indicated new avenues to investigate. Go where he tells you, and learn what you can.
Okay, I shall.
My divine energy diminishes with every passing moment, but the ritual confirmed my affliction is not natural. I regret that I could not reveal the full nature of these dire circumstances until your trustworthiness had been demonstrated. Yes, while Archcanon Tarbus has always been cautious about ideas and ideologies that didn't originate within the Tribunal, and recently, that prudence has grown 1,000-fold. He's a faithful servant, however, despite his narrow-mindedness.
Okay. I'll talk to the Archcanon. But this has gone on for 18 minutes. I think I'm going to leave it at this for now. I'll see you guys later in another video.